Hey loves, and welcome back. If you want to feel irresistible to your specific person and manifest them effortlessly, then this is the video for you. Today is day 17 of our 21 days of love, where you're going to manifest your specific person in 3 weeks or 21 days. So we only have 4 more days left. That's absolutely crazy. So definitely let me know all of your guys' success or which idea was your favorite of this 21 days of love so far. If you are just joining us, make sure to check out the other videos, but you don't have to. You can watch this video. It's going to be just as informative as all the rest of them. So if you like this one, definitely go check it out. But today we're going to talk about self-concept, and not in a way, because I know everyone's like, oh, self-concept, I've heard of this a million different times. Not in the way we always do, okay? It's going to be a completely different way. And that's how we're going to make our specific person find us absolutely irresistible. And it's actually an idea that I used or was talking about in a coaching session recently, and it was so effective at manifesting or creating this essence of feeling irresistible that I just had to make a video about it here. So the first concept we want to focus on is, if we want to assume a state, if we want to see something outside of us, we need to assume it, okay? So if you want your specific person to find you irresistible and to pursue you, then we just need to get into the state of being pursued. And the example that I mentioned is going to be one that we've all went through before, and is probably going to sound very personal, original. But in this case, imagine you are trying to get your specific person's attention. Okay, we've all done this, right? On social media especially. And how do we feel if we're coming from a state of abundance, positivity, love, being pursued? Would we ever post something to try and get our specific person's attention? And you'd say, well, no, right? Because that technically is under the assumption that they don't already pay attention to us. And there's actually a quick way that we can switch that around. And the person in my coaching session actually saw this switch begin to happen. Is, remember, the way we perceive like the posting or being pursued in that way can massively change our results. So let's go back into the mindset. Maybe it's recently, maybe it's you today, maybe you're contemplating posting a picture right now. And your thought is, I can't wait for them to see this, right? That's the thought that we're going into posting this, or it doesn't have to be a post. It could be absolutely anything. You're like, I hope they like me if I do this. I hope they enjoy me. They have a crush on me, right? We all have all of those ideas. But again, what does that imply on your external reality? You would say the implication is that they don't like you currently, and we're trying to make that happen. But here's the shift that I want you to do, and it's going to change your confidence, go to the next level of confidence, and then you're going to see this feeling of being pursued come much better. And I wrote it down here. That's why I'm looking over here at my notes. What if instead you thought this idea every time you would post, because again, you're worried about your specific person seeing it or not. If you said, that would suck if my specific person wasn't able to see this awesome picture of me. That sucks for them. Think of the feeling you get when you say, I hope my specific person sees this, to, if they don't see this, that absolutely sucks for them. They're missing out massively on this. Or the same thing with going on a date. You could do that same idea. I wish my specific person would go on a date with me. That's not living in the end, but that would suck for them if they weren't able to go on a date with me. That brings about a confidence, and it actually puts you further into that feeling and state of being pursued. And as I mentioned, this was actually something done in a coaching session, and they were actually able to see it completely switch around, and it was awesome. But remember, what are our thoughts, actions, ideas implying, right? And what are we supporting? Because there's actually this thought, and I think I mentioned it in the previous video too, because it's so important in this aspect, is priming, okay? The idea of priming, what you're putting around you that's kind of supporting or not supporting us being with our specific person in the perfect relationship. And so we need to ask ourselves, what are our thoughts, beliefs, actions? Are those supporting the outcome we want? Is saying, I wish my specific person would see this to like me, does that support the idea that they're in love with you? And you would say no. So, and I know it doesn't seem like it's that detrimental on the surface, but it can have you begin doubting yourself. Like the individual I was talking about in my coaching session was doing that. And I would say this is something that happens in a lot of coaching sessions, right? We have this feeling we have to try really hard to go and get what we want. And so that instigates this idea of, I need to post to make my specific person see me, to like me, to do this and do that. But law of assumption is so much easier than that. And think of it this way. How much results have you gotten with that aspect of, I need to post this to make my specific person like me? How much results have you gotten with that? And I would say, in my personal opinion, with my life, none, right? And when I switched to this idea, and the same thing with my coaching sessions, I've never seen someone accomplish their awesome, magnificent goal in this assumption that their specific person doesn't like them. But then once we switch it, and again, it's all a thought, right? It's an assumption. It's a thought that supports a belief that causes your specific person to absolutely shift and change in your reality. So why do you feel that you need to prove anything to your specific person? You, as you are right now, currently within, are the most irresistible person to your specific person. And the more you act as the way of, I need them to like me, I need to post this. The way you change your action to make them like you, that's not you, right? That's you doing what you think they would like, right? But that's not you. And your specific person doesn't like that made up version of you. They want you as you are. And it does sound crazy to think there's such a simple idea that your specific person, your reality, wants to give you as you are everything you could ever want. And the more we try to change and add things and subtract things, the more we kind of separate from that perfect version of ourselves that is already right now, whatever you're doing, sitting, laying down, walking, listening to this video, you are this perfect being without a doubt. There's nothing to add, nothing to take away. And as you sit and think about that, like if you're on a walk right now, think about that. Just walk thinking about that. When this video ends, continue walking thinking about that. And you're going to see your reality change. This works every single time. I've never seen this idea not work. So definitely try it out and then watch and post your success story in the comments below, because it is the best and most effortless way to switch your mindset, feel better, and then see better results with your specific person. And I actually also wanted to include like another success story, because I included one yesterday and I feel like it really just pushes it home. So I want to put this success story right below me, just to showcase how quickly things can change when you get into that self-concept. You've heard me mention it multiple times previously, that our self-concept is the foundation in which we build our entire manifestation from. So when we feel totally worthy and deserving and align all of our thoughts, beliefs, actions, and assumptions with that outcome, we see this happen. And look, they came back in the matter of a day. That's absolutely crazy. And if this person can do it in a day, then you can too, or you can do it in an hour, maybe after this video. It's all about our assumptions. And I can't explain to you how much this can be your reality just by changing your assumption. Let go of the idea of like the logical mindset that you have to do A, B, C, D to get that. Let go of this idea that you have to try really hard to impress your specific person, because to think about your end state, you don't have to do that. You're not going to be doing that when you're married together. So why would you feel as if you needed to do it now? And if you did want a further explanation or really dive deep into this, I definitely would check out my 5-day course. It's, to this day, is the absolute best course I basically have or have found most intricate, like the easiest thing to follow in order to manifest in the quickest possible way. So if you do have time and wanted to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description if you wanted to. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video, and then don't forget to subscribe as well. If you did want to send me any comment or question, you can leave it down below. Or if you wanted to send me a personal question or a personal awesome success story that you guys have been doing recently, reach out to me at kyleaugustcoaching.com. That's also where you can check out all of my other one-on-one coaching if you wanted to work more closely together. But it is crazy that we're already on day 17 of our 21 days of love. So I'm so happy to be doing this together, to be having kind of like a set theme or daily activity to get us to our end state. But make sure to try out everything we mentioned and ask yourself, are you acting from that pursued state or that not pursued state? And you are going to become mind blown with the success. Your phone's basically going to be blowing up once you assume that concept or idea and assumption of being pursued rather than pursuing. But have a great rest of your day, guys. Don't think about it too much. It really is much easier than we could ever imagine. But have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in our video tomorrow.